Centel Online, Steven speaking. How may I help you? Okie dokie, ma'am. Have you checked to see if your PC is on?
I remember I saw a movie with my dad, and some like Filipino family was just talking the entire time. And at the end of the movie, my dad's like, "I'm gonna ask for a refund," and he like made me go with him to the manager's office.
Awesome.
And the manager was like, "Why'd you watch the whole movie?" Yeah. And I was like, "Yeah, why did we watch the whole movie if you were gonna do this?" And he's like, "I don't know."
I don't know. I'm a white American, damn it.
Yeah.
And a Filipino annoyed me. What movie was it?
Well, I can't even remember. He's one of those guys that's like, I'm gonna show them who's never been boss.
Right.
You know, where he thinks he's gonna win some dispute with the customer service department, and then they just hang up on him. Nothing. Well, I used to be a call center guy, so I don't know. I know how to speak to them.
You know the biz.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know the secret codes.
I used to work at a call center, and I hated my job, and I hated being on the phone all day long. And then I would get home, and I would get drunk on my porch and prank call the call center
that you worked at.
That I worked at.
What a fucking stupid life.
Well, because I worked there, I knew exactly what to say to keep people on the phone for like an hour and a half, just to like ruin someone's night.
That's so fucking
and just
funny.
pretend to be like an old woman that's like, and you know, I'll be like, I need help setting up my email, and then I had all the screens memorized, so like I would get them to help me through like almost every step of the way, and at the last one I'd be like, okay, well, then they're like, now click start, and I'm like, where's start? And then they're like, down on the bottom of the screen, and like they've already been through this with me. I'd be like, is it where it says finder? And I would like drop hints that it was a completely different operating system, like change the entire
like Max
at the very last step, and then they would lose their fucking minds and have to restart the entire process. There was always just like inconsistencies in the way.
So how do they track whether you're a good employee? Because you were not helping.
Oh, they didn't give a shit. I mean, people quit so often. I remember there was one time, first of all, everyone that worked there, imagine this, a workplace with 600 people where I am the coolest guy there.
Oh, God, dude.
So that was like, the average employee was like the biggest fucking, there was a girl that would bring like a doll, and she would sit there and brush its hair.
Oh my God.
While she was on the phone. There were multiple people that wore tails because they were furries.
Yes.
They would like, and they would like see each other and be like,
those little foxtails?
Yeah, like they were.
No, dude.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Oh my God.
Yeah, there was a guy that had like a shirt that was like.
They would bark at each other.
Oh yeah, they were fucking. They were gay as shit. Dude, there was this one guy. There was this one guy that had a fucking like a shirt that was you know, like bomb squad coming through or something, but like bomb squad was crossed off, and it was like tech support.
Oh, God.
That guy also had like a theatrical cane, like a long cane with like a skull on the top that he didn't need.
That is so awesome.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, no, there were so many of those people. But
did they hang out like after work with each other?
No,
no one did.
There was a break room that always just smelled fucking awful.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was like, I remember there was one hot girl that worked there.
Oh, I fucked her.
Again, because it was like I had supreme confidence. I just like went up to her and was like, "Hey, yeah, we should like hang out sometime." I was like, "Hey, what's your name?" She like turns around, she's like, "Hi, I'm Cassandra," and she was like just hot, but a complete nerd. Oh, no. I was like, "Oh, never mind. I'm sorry."
You noticed the foxtail hanging out of her skirt.
Talked to her for like 10 minutes, and then.
Dude, come on, man.
Never again outside of work.
You wouldn't fuck a nerd that was hot, dude?
It would like she smelled bad. Like she didn't smell bad, but she had that smell bad aura where it was like, this is just. I lost interest.
I know what you're saying.
I understand where you're coming from, but I don't know what particular nuance or what it was in the context of that situation.
I know what you mean.
That made me pull the plug on that.
Because there's a vibe of like not just nerd, but like just uncool in like a high school way. Like
that, I'm fine with. It was just there was something like, you know, from 20 feet away. It was like, yeah, she's like pretty. And you're like, oh, never mind.
It's like the Ren and Stimpy close-ups. It's like
sort of like that. Anyhow, there was one time at that call center where there was this guy, like, we didn't have assigned seating or anything. We just had these like small cubicles, and there's this guy 2 cubicles across from me, and all the cubicle dividers were like translucent, so you could see through them sort of. But you had like some degree of privacy. And this guy would bring his laptop and just watch Legend of Zelda Wind Waker videos. And he was like sitting right next to his boss. And he's on the phone with somebody. He's like, "No, sir, click again on that section. Click again." And then he would mute the phone, be like, "You fucking imbecile! You fucking piece of shit!" And unmute, like, "Just keep trying. You'll find it. You'll click on the right thing. Mute. You cunt! You fucking cunt piece of shit!" Well, like, you know, like Zelda is like hopping around in the fucking background, and like it's like boss has to come over and like put his hand on his shoulder and be like, Jeremy, calm down. And eventually he lost it and like hung up on the guy. And he's like, "All I want is to make my fucking hot chocolate." And the boss had to like go into the break room and make his hot chocolate for him and bring it back to him. And it's like,
good God,
pull that man off the front lines. He's shell shocked.
There's too much for him being a fucking man, dude. Maybe Republicans are right. The call center was too much for that guy, dude. What a piece of shit.
Well, what's hilarious is like, like 10 years ago, everyone bitched about like, you call a call center now, you get some guy in India.
Oh, they do
I know
a way better job.
I know his name isn't Tony.
Yeah.
He's lying to me saying his name's Tony. It's like, why do you need to know Vikram's name?
Yeah.
It doesn't fucking matter at all.
He's polite,
his name is
quick.
Tony because of people like you.
Yeah.
Fucking complained about his name being Vikram.
Yeah.
But I do that. I have to call Amazon all the time because like fucking every courier service in New York is like trash. And I know there's a UPS guy that listens to the show.
Shouts out.
He probably
My
hasn't.
UPS guy.
He probably hasn't delivered
He was
shit.
at Skankfest.
He probably hasn't delivered shit outside of New York where things actually show up fucking 90% of the time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a 50% failure rate when I get shit. And I do everything through Amazon now because it's fucking easier. But half the time it requires like calling Amazon customer support and saying like, yeah, UPS isn't delivering this shit, so get on them. And
That's wild, dude.
Amazon has like way more leverage than you do as like just a consumer.
Right.
Because they'll call up UPS and be like, yeah, we're going to have this driver thrown in jail. Deported and
hell yeah, dude. Bezos, baby.
Yeah, dude. Most of the time I'll get like a Malaysian person that'll help me
in the call center,
and they're so much more effective.
Polite.
Oh yeah.
When you get like just some fucking bitch from, you know,
Oh my God.
Nashville or wherever the other one is.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You know,
Excuse me, sir.
Good afternoon. How dare you call Amazon? My name is Tanisha. How may I hang up on you today?
Yeah, they always say
I will not
you're
be
yelling.
taking notes on this call. My hands are busy right now. I will not remember any of this, and it won't go into the computer.
Is there a number I can never call you back on if we get disconnected?
Yes.
There's an IT guy in my old
911.
office.
I want you to call 911 and report yourself. Tell them there's an armed woman. They'll know which one.
We should just move to Australia to do the show because we're more popular over there. But then fake the accent immediately, right? I'm like, no, we're just trying to, because when we come to a country, we learn the language.
We respect. So we
this is a
learn their
message.
stupid language.
This is a message for all the Mexicans and Guatemalans back in America.
No, it isn't.
Yes.
No. Just a bit.
No, I'm saying when we're in Australia, we're saying this because then it won't be racist because we'll be. It'll be such an alien political issue.
Yes.
But there's no way it could be interpreted as racist because it's like I don't know any better. I don't live in America.
Yes, but we're from America.
No, we're Australian now. And it's different. So I'm allowed to hate people from Veracruz.
No, you're not. No.
Is it that hard to learn English? I did it.
I learned Australian.
I moved to
English.
Australia and I learned English very quickly. Without issue, I picked up the
No
language.
problem whatsoever.
No problem whatsoever. I picked up the language very easily. It'd be like a Guatemalan guy that taught himself English by watching like Masterpiece Theater or something.
Yeah, he only had PBS.
He only had Masterpiece Theater on DVD.
Well, hello.
Yeah, he's like, good evening.
Good evening. Are these the taquitos?
Do you have any denim jackets with Winnie the Pooh on it?
Do you happen to have a T-shirt from the thrift store that says Princess?
Do you have anything featuring Tigger?
Do you have a Sylvester the cat dressed like a cholo?
I was wondering if you had an early 2000s skateboarding backpack that I could fit a bottle of Mickey's in.
Oh, shit.
Do you have any Mark Echo shoes?
I'm sorry, chap.
I was, pardon my interruption. I was wondering if you had any Mark Echo shoes with the springy shoelaces.
Oh, fuck, man.
Do you happen to have an adjustable baseball cap that was promotional material for the movie Cars 3? That I could wear to the Home Depot parking lot.
Those guys rock, dude.
Pardon me.
Excuse me, sir. I love those
Yes, and
guys.
throw in a bottle of hair gel if you don't mind.
Yes, the cheapest, most toxic one there
Yes,
is.
the 5th grade picture day hair gel.
If you please hurry up, I have to go eat crab legs with my family at a Chinese buffet after this. It's my birthday.
Adam, were you going to say something?
I forgot.
You look like you're about to say
You were,
something.
yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a TV show now about like it's a competition show that's for the best laborer. It's all like yeah.
Guys Guatemalan games.
No, but it's all like to see who does the best.
We're here in a Lowe's parking lot. We're outside
really-
the Home Depot in Santa Cruz. And today we're talking to Miguel and Juan Carlos. And they're squaring up to see who can tape the most drywall in 12 hours for $4.
That's basically what it is.
Yeah, and
I
then
think.
Guy Fieri's like still eating the joint compound, and he's like, "That's a rock star bite right there.
This is out of bounds, brother.
That is hit that one directly out of the park."
God, I love when the guy calls things out of bounds.
That is
the bomb.
That's a triple play bite right there, my friend. You got the spice, you got the sweetness, you got the salty. That's the hat trick.
I want to be friends with Guy Fieri so bad.
Yeah,
You could probably swing
he
it.
seems happy.
He does, dude.
He seems like no one can get him down.
He's got a great life.
Like he doesn't have demons.
Well, if you watch Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, there's times when clearly he's like working with somebody that's not laughing at his jokes,
Yeah,
and the cuts will be kind of like awkward and quick.
because they're just not buying it.
Yeah, they're not
Yeah.
in the guy. And
Yeah.
then they just have to like push through.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like,
Well, apparently he's there for like a total of 7 minutes.
is he?
Like he has a team that does everything ahead of time. They photograph all the food. They like do all the interviews. They do everything, and then Guy just like eats interviews the person real fast.
He
and,
makes it with
You
them.
know who really
Yeah.
had it made was the Man versus Food guy.
Adam
Adam
Richman.
Richmond.
Yeah, which was just a show. It's like watch this man kill himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a good thing going.
But I
There
think
was
he
never
had health
I think maybe
problems
the
from it.
the first episode it was an actual challenge that a restaurant offered, and then after that he would go places and then be like, "I'm gonna drink 37 milkshakes in 20 minutes," and they're like, "Yeah, that's not a thing we offer."
I changed my look this week.
You did?
Yeah.
You look exactly the same.
I don't know. You don't notice anything different?
Is it glasses?
No, I got the same glasses.
Did you get a tattoo or something?
I didn't get a tattoo.
You didn't change
You
anything.
can't notice it.
Oh, you're doing a bit. You're growing out your mustache.
No.
How much growth
What?
is that? Really?
This? Like
Yeah.
3 days. But wait, you guys literally can't... Nick, you can't see?
What are you talking about?
You don't see it?
No, just do the bit.
It's not a bit, dude.
You really did
It's
something
pretty
different?
dark in here. I can't see.
It is pretty dark.
My vision's been getting
Did you
worse.
dye your hair?
All
What?
right, I'm gonna turn the lights on and you'll see.
Okay.
No, don't touch my light switches.
Are you joking for real?
No.
Don't
If
touch
you're
any
joking,
part-
don't get up.
Any part of the
You
electrical.
can't tell right now what's different about my look.
Is the shirt?
No, it's not the shirt.
What the fuck? Just say it.
You can't tell?
Shut up, man. This is gonna be so stupid.
Yeah,
It's not stupid.
there's gonna be
it's not
no
gonna be
payoff.
Funny. It's not. There's not gonna be.
What
any
is
payoff.
it? Just say what it is.
Just look.
There's nothing different about you, motherfucker.
you get Invisalign?
Oh my god, he fucking pierced his ear. This motherfucker pierced his ear.
You can't see.
Holy shit.
I missed you guys
What
this
a
week.
fucking asshole. He got a little round earring on his shit.
It was so hard not to tell you, but I wanted it to be a
I
surprise.
figured it was that. I said, did you get a stupid tattoo or something?
No,
figured it
but
was
I
like
went to a
blind-
tattoo.
Oh my god.
I changed
You look
my body.
dumb as shit, dude.
No, I don't, dude. I look like Harrison Ford.
You do.
You
Who
can't-
looks stupid as shit.
Harrison
you look like
Ford doesn't look
Harrison
stupid
Ford,
as
the
shit.
fucking Callista Flockhart, the worst
Indiana
version
Bones men.
of there we go. The worst version of Harrison Ford.
All right, I'm gonna sit back down. But you don't.
you look
don't
stupid,
like it,
dude. That's a dumb little ass earring, dude.
What? I think it's cool.
It looks like that
I don't
came
think,
out of a fucking vending machine at the grocery store.
No, it came
I had
from
my
a-
ear pierced when I was in second grade. I got
Hell
my
yeah.
fucking left ear pierced. I was so badass.
What
I've had
kind?
a-
What kind of? What, was it a little circle guy?
No, it got infected immediately because I
Hell
didn't
yeah.
take care of it. So the piercing
I've been taking
lasted
care of mine.
But for
like
but
a
for-
week and a half.
But what was it?
It was like a little like ruby, I think.
Hell
Oh,
yeah!
you got
little
your
fat ass,
birthstone, bro?
little fat ass bowl cut you.
Yeah. No, I did. I think I had a crew cut at the time.
Oh,
I went-
even
I went
better.
hardcore, dude.
Sweatpants.
Bum equipment. No.
Yes, my
Denim
bitch.
Chuck Taylors.
Yes.
I was a cool.
dude. Second grade.
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, so that's basically me at 30.
You look fucking stupid.
I don't look stupid, dude.
You know what I was thinking about doing for real is getting a gold tooth.
Yeah.
My
Like a
front,
cap?
My front gold because it's fucked up. I got that $80 root canal. It's just some random dentist who filled it up, and it doesn't look. It looks horrible.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, why not get fronts on my front right tooth? You know, get a
Yeah.
gold tooth. Start wearing chain. I've been thinking about getting changed for a couple
What
weeks
kind of-
now.
I'm gonna
chain?
use a razor blade to cut scars into my eyebrows,
There we go.
but I'm gonna pay someone thousands of dollars to do it rather
Yes.
than just do it myself.
Do people do that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
D'Angelo Russell.
That's like a cool.
Oh, the
look.
little things,
The little slashes? Yeah. Nick Van Exel?
Yeah.
I think.
You
I mean,
should.
Jordan had a hoop earring.
Yeah. Tell
So,
Michael Jordan keep
yeah.
his hoop earring in. Yeah.
You should get the long dangly one like Sinbad.
Oh yeah, when I get to change it out, I'm gonna go all different types of styles.
What, they went ring first instead of stud?
No,
He
I
asked for
the ring.
Of course he did.
Yeah,
I thought you had to get like a stud until the
yeah.
shit's
Well, that's what
heels.
the Japanese man at the first place I went to said, and then I went to another place, and they're like, "We don't give a fuck." Yeah,
So you're gonna fuck your ear up?
maybe.
Why did you get your ear pierced?
Good for a girl for sure.
Because I was going crazy, not doing
100%.
CumTown.
Here's what happened. He was at the beach with a fucking girl, and she was like, "You should pierce your ear," and he was like, "I'll do it."
No.
They giggled, and then they fucking kissed.
I did it before we
Yeah,
kissed
that's
at the
fucking
beach.
stupid,
but
dude.
you did it because of a girl.
Yeah, you look like a fucking idiot. I'm getting that
I don't
tattoo
look-
on
admit
my
it.
bicep
Admit that you did.
of Mickey Mouse with the sunglasses throwing the dice.
100%. Yes.
I'm gonna make that happen.
It was an impulsive decision. Yes,
with a girl.
not with a girl.
Lying. You're lying. To
I was
me.
not.
Once
she
I can,
there?
once
With a
I
girl.
can put those 35s back on the preacher curl bar and I get my gun smoked.
Oh
again.
yes, my bitch.
Are
That's
you gonna
what-
get a tattoo?
That's what I'm getting at Mickey Mouse throwing the dice. I gotta inflate my buys though. They're too narrow right now.
Oh, you're looking good, bro.
Dude, I'm fucking.
Your
fat as
arms
shit.
look when you flex though.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
pretty big arms.
That's
dude.
a big arm boy right there, bro.
Nice
Ooh-wee.
arms. Nice arms, Skip. Do you see Skip's arms?
Yeah, I see Mudflap's arms. Dick mouth. What are you?
Sweet lips.
cock, little
Sweet
ass,
lips.
wide ass, wide hole. That's what you were.
Wide hole. Yeah. All right, I'll take it. As long as I.
And
get a
I'm
nickname.
candy lips.
Candy lips. That was you. Yeah.
Adam, you should get your asshole pierced
yeah.
How do you do that?
to impress a man. at
Oh,
the beach.
perfect.
But then you can't have sex.
No, he has
like
to
that.
put it. He has to sneak it through the middle.
Yeah. Well, you can have sex, but then you become permanently attached.
Oh, that's kind of romantic.
That's how Muslims do it.
Really?
I don't know. Sure, why not?
You know what I saw at in New Orleans? I saw one night to kind of wind down was Spawn. That movie sucks so hard, dude.
Oh yeah.
I just ignore it. And it's been like that since I was like 22.
Fuck. And you still lift? I gotta fucking
Yeah.
get jacked when I get back, dude.
I need to get more piercings. That's I'm into.
You do that. If you got more piercings, I would be so on board.
I'm gonna get 5 rings.
If
for
you got
Kobe.
a lip, if you got a fucking lip,
I'm gonna get a
piercing,
libret piercing.
What's
Amber,
that?
is that from
That's like the
Pizza
the
Hut?
pussy tickler area.
the underneath.
Amber
the
got
underneath-
Pizza Hut.
It's not Pizza
The
Hut.
soul
dude.
patch.
The soul patch piercing. Hell yeah.
My girlfriend, when I was like 17, 18, had the septum,
Septum. Yeah.
snake bites,
Ooh.
the Medusa piercing, which is like the bridge of her nose pierced.
Oh.
She had like so many. I think her eyebrow was pierced too.
What about that cheek piercing that people were doing for a while?
She had that. She had a Monroe
Really?
piercing
The
too.
Monroe piercing.
Yeah.
She-
yeah. Monroe.
She had that shit, and then we got into a car accident. She was in the passenger seat.
because you were too sober.
I was high at the time, but it was not my fault. I was rear-ended, and that smashed my car into the one in front of me. And so the airbag deployed, and it fucking jammed the Monroe piercing into her face all the way up into the cheekbone.
Oh fuck, that's gross.
Yeah, and they had to like pull it out in the fucking hospital.
Jesus Christ.
Yuck.
So get one of those, Adam.
I'm just gonna get me a girlfriend like that.
Yeah. She
Sounds
was
pretty
cool.
hot.
Are they still around? Do those girls still exist?
Yeah, she's doing a lot of heroin now. Last time I checked.
that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
She'll probably die soon, if not already.
I wonder if I have any exes that'll die soon. Probably not.
I thought the Monroe is like above your lip, but on the side.
It was over here.
Yeah, right
yeah,
there.
yeah.
So it got
Yeah, where
jammed up.
that beauty mark is.
Yeah.
Yeah, Adam, you should just get a million tattoos or a
To make a
million
full
piercings.
mustache?
Yeah, to have a bunch of studs to make a diamond mustache above your lip.
Holy fuck, that would be awesome.
I might do that, dude.
That's really good. I want to get
35 piercings.
I kinda
across your
like
upper lip.
rubies. Get a red ruby mustache.
Yeah. What are you looking at, bitch? It's on the train. Nobody would say shit to you.
Absolutely not.
You.
It would be
I'm fucking-
bizarre. That honestly, that
Yeah.
might be
The
like
fuck you looking at, bitch? Yeah. I better not fuck with that guy. He doesn't look that big, but he has a ruby mustache.
his whole fucking lip is covered in gems. Is it sapphires?
Yeah.
You could switch it out for different occasions.
Right.
You know, you have
It's
jade.
just like just a bunch of dollar signs.
Yes.
All over. Yeah, dude, that's the look. And then I get that Cholo Mickey Mouse throwing dice tattoo.
Of course. Of course, dude.
Be the king of public transit. Nobody can say shit to me. One time I was on like a packed A train or one train, going uptown train, and like fucking, you know, packed as the fucking
Yeah,
train
yeah.
can get, and like two guys over from me. There's this one dude standing there, and he just looks deranged, and he's like, "I'm about to pull this knife out and start slashing motherfuckers. Keep pushing on me like that. I'm gonna fucking cut one of these niggas up. I'm gonna do it. Don't push me." And no one is reacting because like you just can't.
Yeah, there's no good
Yeah,
thing.
we're just like, all right, I guess this guy's just gonna fucking
Yeah, one of us is dying. You just cross your fingers. You're not the first one to get slashed.
Oh, holy shit, that was so funny.
Yeah,
I was trying not to laugh because I didn't want to be the guy to get stabbed,
of course.
but
Yeah, you hope
it's like
it's
packed in like sardines. It's just his head moving around, talking about how he's gonna pull his knife out and start stabbing people.
very nice.
Yeah,
You know, sometimes that's nice. You're cuddling with a stranger.
yeah.
You know, one time that happened, and it was packed as shit. But there was one guy sitting Indian style, dirty as shit, not speaking, but just punching himself in the head over and over again.
Oh, yeah,
and in a
classic.
packed train, everyone was
Yeah.
just like, there was like a little perimeter.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's cool. This is perfect. This
Yeah,
is I want.
I might have said this on the pod like at the beginning of the show, but one time I was on a 6 train, and there was this woman who just had her phone out, just yelling at this African dude. And she's like, "I got your ass, and you on Facebook Live right now." She's like, she stopped the train with your African ass. She's like, "Get the fuck out of my country. I'm an American citizen, and you African, and you on Facebook Live right now." She's like just being
Yeah.
fucking
That holds up legally.
nationalist. Yeah.
Yeah.
Facebook Live is legal.
That African guy leaves the train. He's like, "What have I done to deserve this?" And then he's like leaving the train station, you know, and it's like, "I am just a poor boy, though my story's seldom told." Leaving the train station, he's like, "Where is the place for an African man like me?" And then he passes by Equinox. And then we zoom out, and that's on the TV at Equinox. And then the personal trainer goes, "See?
Yep.
So how about a membership? The
We can cure
introductory
your-
rate is $7,253 a week with one training session. You're allowed to come into the gym for 5 minutes."
Fuck.
Yeah, I don't think that he did anything to her. I think he bumped her. I think she just snapped on it.
My favorite is that video of that guy that got caught jacking off on the train. And I guess somebody taken a picture of him before, but it was on, like, I forget what blog.
Yeah.
DNA info or whatever. This guy puts a backpack on his lap. It's a black dude that wears, like, newsy caps and, like, blacked out Oakleys. So he wears the newsy cap and the Oakleys.
That's such an incredible fit.
Yeah.
Dude.
And then he's got, like, the backpack, and he's, you know, beating off behind the backpack.
Oh my god.
And he's holding the backpack like this, like emotionless. And the woman taping him is across from him, and she's like, "You nasty motherfucker," or something. And when he sees that he's taping her, he just does this like weird point move where he's like, you know,
Thanks
like,
for seeing.
Stops beating off, you know, and then she like berates him, and he kind of just runs away. It's funny. It's very funny.
I feel like there's maybe people don't make as big a deal out of public masturbators, but I feel like there was more in DC when I was there on the metro. There's like a ton of public masturbators.
You think so?
Yeah, I saw one time. It was hilarious. I started laughing. I mean, it's really rude to everyone, but if you ever see it live, it is very funny. What?
Oh, that's good.
In Congress, the public masturbators.
Oh yeah, that's
You
what
know
I
who's a
call
real DC public masturbator? This Ted Cruz fella everyone keeps talking about.
Yeah.
You've heard of this guy, folks?
I have. I don't
Just
like
got
it one
back
bit.
from the Borscht Belt.
Oh, fuck, dude. They just.
I don't know why they call it that, because I was eating shit all week.
Fuck. Sorry, I'm flustered. They just took down one of my posts on Instagram. I'm afraid I'm
Are
going
you
to be
gonna
fucking.
get kicked off again?
Get that fat
Which
boy
post?
banned. Everyone who listens
I
to
don't
the
know.
show, please go report
No,
Stav for
don't. Please
harassment.
don't do that. Why can't you be a more supportive friend? You know I love this Instagram account. It's my life's work. I was pretty plugged into the Ja Rule 50 Cent beef in middle school, and I don't remember them ever being accused of being gay with each other.
I think it was kind of a playground rumor. It was like, it was a lovers' quarrel.
No. Maybe in gay-ass Vegas that was what's going on, but
Over
in Baltimore, no one wanted to hear about that. We were all big fans of 50.
Ja Rule and 50 Cent had gay sex?
No, that's Adam besmirching 50 Cent's good name. Well, I guess it would be pretty hot if they fucked.
If
Why?
Ja Rule and 50 Cent
'Cause they
had
were-
sex.
Hot in the prime of their lives. 50 Cent was really jacked. And then they had all this...
But how is that different than normal gay sex? I don't understand. You're just describing
Because-
95% of gay sex, and you're saying
That's
that
true.
it's hot.
Well, there's an extra element of... There's
nothing to differentiate these two guys.
Yes, they had a very public.
So normally,
rap
I'm not into
feud.
gay sex. I'm straight. I'm not into gay sex unless the guys are hot.
Well, there's other.
In that case, you didn't tell me the men were physically
they
attractive.
were hot.
That
I changed my tune.
I'm straight. I'm not into guys at all unless they're having sex with each
unless
other.
they're having sex and one of them has muscles.
Yeah.
Well, we're engaged in a very public rap feud, and that there's some sexual tension to it. That makes it hotter.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Because in public they're enemies, but in private they're sucking each other's cocks.
Someone I forget who it was saying that all the new rappers are homosexuals.
Yeah,
Like
I've heard that.
Who was it? Was it like It was someone
Isn't that
like
what rap is now? It's just like mixed race kids like getting broken up with by their boyfriend.
yeah,
yeah.
it kind of is.
Thanks to Frank Ocean.
Yeah.
It's a new generation. Well, now there's also kids that look gay but fuck a lot of women. Lil Uzi Vert being one of them. He's tiny.
No, he claims to not have any sex at all.
No, he's always rapping about getting pussy.
I think he said that he hasn't had sex in 3 years. He
Shut
tweeted
up.
recently. Yes.
No way.
Yeah. I kind of believe it. I think it's cool.
No, that's him trying to mythologize himself.
Someone was saying that ASAP Rocky was a homosexual.
I don't think he's homosexual, but I could see him getting head from a guy.
Yeah.
He's artsy. He goes to Fashion Week.
Mm-hmm.
Young Thug is definitely gay.
Is rap good again?
I like rap.
It went off the rails for like maybe 5 or 6 years in the mid-noughts. I feel.
In the mid-noughts? No,
Yeah.
that was a kind of a golden era.
No, that's when
That was
like,
a mini golden era.
the rap at large got to, well, maybe not mid-noughts.
Are we
maybe
talking about when Eminem was king?
No, I'm talking about like 2009 to 2000. I guess that's not really the noughts. Maybe like 13.
So right after mixtape Wayne, essentially.
Yeah,
That's when Little Wayne was super
really
hot, and that's
go
when
Soulja
T-Pain
Boy.
was around.
But I'm also talking about the era where what is it? Like nerdcore.
You mean NERD or nerdcore?
Nerdcore rap became.
Yeah,
popular.
that stuff sucks.
Yeah, that kind of shit where it was
Yeah.
like, I mean,
I'm not getting pussy.
yeah.
But that was like, wait, nerdcore. I thought that was like people like white girls on YouTube or doing that.
No.
No?
Maybe, I don't know. I just knew fat people that were
Yeah.
like, well, video games are rap now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There was one, the one that's fun to listen to is the Ocarina of Rhyme.
Mm-hmm.
That one's fun, but I think which was I think the clips, but it was a bunch of beats made with Zelda. And I think that made nerds think we can do this too.
Someone told me recently about Soulja Boy. So he made Crank That at the library.
Awesome.
And
because he was watching a homeless guy masturbate.
Yeah. He was next. Yeah, he was.
to pornography on the library computer.
It's beautiful. Yeah, it was a homeless man with Down syndrome who kept going, ew, while he jacked
one
off.
of my earliest internet, like one of the things that killed me the hardest, laughing so hard, there was a story that would get you just had a screenshot of the story about a homeless guy that was masturbating to child pornography in the library, and he refused to stop.
Yes.
And then just a picture of this guy, just how absolutely deranged he looked.
He looked a little something like a guy who might be beating off the child porn in a library, you might say.
Yeah, just looking pissed.
Yeah.
He looked kind of like the fucking police chief in Godfather Part 1.
Okay.
Just kind of an intense look like that. Like if that guy had been homeless.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine him like stoic, like a Rosa Parks. Like, I will not leave my seat, ma'am.
You think he was doing a sit-in for all
I have
pedophiles?
reserved these 30 minutes at this computer station, madam, as is my right as an American citizen.
Fuck. But
Blindfold.
That's so awesome. What a fucking lie. Scaramouche's about to be on Big Brother, dude.
I know, it's like a nightmare.
It's a hilarious cast.
I was watching football.
I've never seen Big Brother before, but that cast has me legitimately, my interest peaked. It's like Scaramucci, Cato Kalin, whatever the fuck his name is. Ricky Williams is in there. It's interesting. There's some other motherfuckers.
I didn't even know it was still on TV until I was watching football this weekend.
My favorite part about Big Brother is all the international ones where they show tits.
Do they do that in the UK and stuff?
There's some fucking
Yep.
British dating show where they just show people like
Fucking.
no, they just show like literally people's like dicks and pussies, and they're like, "Would you date this woman?"
Wait.
No, it's literally just that. And he's like, "Oh no, I guess it's a pretty nice pussy." Yeah. No, it's like
That's
I mean,
awesome.
it's.
No way.
I feel like an old man, and I guess I am now at this point. But it's like, is this just all just a parody now?
Yeah.
The world just gets more and more absurd. You know, I mean, I can't imagine what it's like to be fucking 70 years old.
Oh yeah.
And your grandson's like, I'm a dog, and no, I don't plan on working. I went to college for tattling. Actually, I've been raped 7 times, so I'm actually being raped on a 9th grade level.
I think I've seen a couple episodes or like a clip of that show where it's just pussies and dicks. I think you see. I think it's naked. I think they're naked.
You don't see the face.
Hence, why you can see their dicks. And
But I mean, the way you were saying is that it's just like a like.
no,
just
it
a
is. It's
dick.
just a window where you only see the you don't see their face.
But I think you see their body because I think you see
Really?
titties.
No, you only see the middle part.
I think you see titties.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you see tits. And also, it's like, come on, man. What I would stand no chance on that show.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Just your dick?
Just my dick? I don't want to see that. I
Yeah,
don't
they
wanna see
should
that.
let you show the rest of your
It's
body.
funny. It's because like, even just looking at his dick area, you can tell he's morbidly obese. It's not like they're going to look at that. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Don't try and
your crotch,
claim that
your
for
crotch
me.
looks like Mr. Burns' face.
Smooth,
Yeah, it's just like dangly.
distinguished, like a rich man.
Yes. That's what I meant. Looks
Like great wealth?
an abandoned condor's nest. The bird's left with its single rotted egg.
Two rotted eggs
Yeah,
and
yeah.
a little fucking.
Wow. Yeah, I guess it was in 2016.
What's it called?
Naked Attraction.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Coming up on gun dating. Well, I didn't want to have sex with Brian, but he had the gun.
I'm really hoping for this week's gun.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm going out with Christy this week, and last week it didn't really work out. But as you know, Jason got kicked off the show, so the gun goes to me. So I'll have the gun this evening, and I think I'm pretty excited about it. Gun dating.
I'm not leaving without that gun.
Yeah. Listen, Brian, I like you, but could you please? Yeah. Okay, I guess.
What was that?
Well, I ended up getting head from Samantha last night. I don't know if it was because of the gun, but I'm glad I had it. Gun dating.
That's a good ass show, man.
That'll be a great show.
Okay. Well, folks, we're doing something different this week, and what we're doing is Stav is he's under the weather. According to him, he may have COVID or coronavirus. I'm not sure, or he could have had too much. Yeah, I'm thinking either Cookie Crisp or Captain Crunch, one of the cereals that fucks up the roof of your mouth. Because he said he had a sore throat, and I don't think he knows the difference between the top of his mouth and his throat. He's not very aware of his body, and so he checked out, and then we had a time set for 4:30 to do the podcast, and me and Adam set on that, and now I'm at his apartment, and he's gone. He went to go. I think he went to go shop for records and leather jackets. He said he had the dead ass go get cool clothes. No, I'm not sure where he is, but it really doesn't. I don't think it matters because we didn't book a guest, and most people check in just to hear me clear my throat anyways. So I'm just going to start at 4:30 anyways. And, when he gets here, then he can hop in. Hopefully it's, he was accurate and when he said 20 minutes. So it'll be me doing basically like a rant style thing for the first 20 minutes. And there's a lot of stuff that I want to get into that I feel like I really haven't been able to. I haven't really been able to spread my wings because I've been held back by the politics of the show. So we're gonna start off with that. Number one, something that's really been kind of stuck in my craw is a friend of mine recently told me that that they volunteered as a hugger at the Special Olympics, and this is somebody that I like. So I had to curb my instinct to be like, "You did what at the at the Special Olympics?" And because there's many questions that came to mind when I heard that somebody could volunteer as a hugger at the Special Olympics. Number one is I wasn't aware that there was a paucity of hugging going on at the Special Olympics that would require extra volunteers to handle, the distribution of hugs. You could have told me that was an event at the Special Olympics was hugging, and I would have believed you. But I guess they do have volunteer huggers at the Special Olympics, which is like, it's very funny to imagine that the regular volunteers were refusing to do any of the hugging. that there was a guy who signed up to help out at the Special Olympics. It was like, look, I'm just going to take pictures of the retards. Don't expect me to touch them. I will not. I don't know how it works, but in the age of Corona, you can't play it too safe. We don't know how not only this virus spreads, but any other virus. And who's to say, I'm here doing my civic duty, helping out at the races by, giving them all fun nicknames and placing bets on them. And then you have me hug them. And then what do we know about the transmission of the Down syndrome virus? Then suddenly my eyes have an extra set of eyelids on them, and I'm lubricating my chin with every sentence, and I need candy to live. Oh, here comes Adam's dog. Adam's dog is here. This is, people probably hate this, but this is very funny to me. It's a very funny way to approach doing the podcast is what if out of nowhere I just fired Adam and Stav, and then there's no feedback. It's a complete echo chamber, and I just really get to lean into complete. I don't even know. Is that mental illness? Something feels. It's funny because this isn't much different than doing the show, but the idea of recording just yourself speaking seems like so incredibly self-centered, which is, there's no difference. I mean, it's the same thing. You just do it with two other people. But when you do it alone and you're aware that you're recording something that you haven't prepared at all, with the presumption that people are going to download it and be like, let's hear this guy ramble to himself in a room. It's I tell you, it's not laugh out loud funny, but it's the kind of funny, it's like book funny. It's like that kind of Mark Twain. It's the way Mark Twain was funny, and that you don't laugh at it and it's fucking gay, but, somebody works at the library, so everybody, if you want a job at the library, you gotta pretend to like Mark Twain. I kind of like Mark Twain. I think I said that, and it sounds cruel, but he does hold up a bit, especially some of the N-word stuff where he went hard. Okay, I'm taking a look at the New York Times here. We're at 6 minutes, so 1/10 of the podcast I could at least fill on my own. An extra $600 a week kept jobless workers afloat. Now what? And then there's a picture of a fat lady here, which, I don't think she's going to have any problem staying afloat. Am I right, fellas? Am I right? How do it's so funny with all this eat the rich stuff that's going around. Fat people must be fucking wiping their brows because they put themselves in the spotlight, and now, everybody's making this analogy. I see it, maybe, that we're all, stuck on a raft, that America is now just a raft adrift at sea with no safety net, and it's every man for himself. And the classic move is eat the fat guy. That was the way that we would go eat the fat guy, and now somehow the fat guys and the fat ladies have flipped the script, and now we're eating rich people, which they probably taste disgusting.
They're all inbred. I mean, not that, fat, I can't imagine eating a fat. You would want to eat the muscle man. That would probably, I'd pick the gayest guy on the boat, and that's who I would fillet and turn into an emergency snack. If you guys have any thoughts about who you would like to eat in terms of rich people, and I know it's just an expression, but we've moved past the age of expression and nuance. If you can't say master bedroom anymore because people don't know what it means, then you shouldn't be able to say eat the rich unless you're literally willing to cut off and eat Jeff Bezos's penis. Which, do you think maybe he would agree to that? How much do you think that they love their billions of dollars? Do you think if instead of the tax, we could say that we find the most disabled, like the transest, disabledest, poorest person, and we say, Mr. Bezos, you get to keep your money, you get to keep your newspaper and Amazon, keep all of your riches. We can change the name of Amazon to the Amazon Redskins, and I don't know why we would do that, but that would be the name of it. But we're going to cut off your penis and balls, and we're going to feed it to the neediest person. Are we still saying neediest? I don't know if is that fair? I'm not up to date on that. The transist. The queerest. Yeah, this sucks. It sucks having to do this. But I don't want to do Zoom, and literally everyone has left New York. There's nobody left in New York. I don't know who is protesting. I think the only people that live here are me and then the guy that brings Sierra Mist to my bodega on the truck. And for the most part, it's cleared out. I've been having a nice time lately. I watched Michael Clayton this morning, which is that's such an awesome way to start your day, is pretending you're Michael Clayton. If you're like depressed, just wake up in the morning, and then watch kind of like fuck you style guy movies, where that, I'm not the guy you fuck with. I'm the guy who fucks you. I'm the one that does fuck, asshole, fucking shit ass. Just imagine yourself as a bagman, a fixer. Sorry, I'm checking my DMs now. It's funny to me. It's going to be the same joke throughout this, where it just cuts to silence because I'm looking for headlines and I'm going to the DMs. It's wild that there's people that just do solo shows, And it's wild that someone's capable of doing that, which it seems impossible to do. It seems like very fucking hard to effectively sit by yourself and have the confidence to think that your meandering thoughts are could possibly be entertaining to anyone. But then to actually be able to do it, which some people are, I think. I don't know. Who does this by, I guess Garrison Keillor probably. He just fucking makes up bullshit about a fake town. How the fuck, it's funny because I think about the show and it's like, oh, we got lucky, It's like a time and a place and specifically, having 2 or 3 idiots that are friends with each other. You can find that anywhere. It's I just feel like this confluence of events and timing that kind of made the thing take off. But then you look at other shit that predates, I think, there's sort of there's 9/11, and then there was the cultural version of 9/11, which is the invention of podcasts, which is Mark Maron getting a garage. I think that's like the planes going into the towers is Mark Maron pressing record
on in GarageBand for the first time, and then everything that made like delineated culture from being something that's like edited to, maybe it's commercial or whatever, but at least some thought went into it and it's produced and then distributed to people, to being just a thing where everybody does exactly what I'm doing right now and produces shit, and then we all just eat the shit and then get sick from it, like a big like human centipede that's like connected to itself. I think but you escape that and you go back and you look at other stuff, and there's it's always been that way. There's always been just like dog shit, like Garrison Keillor, or defending the caveman. I mean, I guess maybe Garrison Keillor does edit what he does. Maybe he puts some thought into it. But I like to imagine that the pages are completely empty in that stupid fucking notebook, and he just goes on stage and he's like, it was windy. It was a windy day in titty fuck Wisconsin. The sheriff's pants blew off, and so did his shirt, and his clothes, all of his cop clothes ended up on the town's biggest criminal, and then the criminal, that's like an allegory. It'll take English professors years to figure out the moral of that story. And then there was a bitch named like Helga Sarsgaard, or like, she's like, and her deal is she's Swedish and fat, and she's got like rosacea or something, and she's always making apple butter for people. And everybody was having a contest to see who could walk the furthest out on the frozen lake, and she wanted to participate to prove that women could do things, but they were trying to dissuade her from doing it. Everybody in Lake Wobegon, they didn't want her to go out on the frozen lake because she's a huge fat bitch. She probably weighed more than everybody else in that fucking town, and she was like, "Oh, what? You don't think a girl can do it?" And nobody wants to be like, "No, you're fucking fat. You're too fat to do it." So they kind of have to like tiptoe. They're like, "No, it's not a gender thing." And then she's like, "Well, what is it?" And they're like, "Okay, I guess you can participate in see who can walk the furthest out on the ice thing." And she appoints herself. All the other women don't say anything because nobody can be rude to her about her fucking weight. And so she walks maybe 2 feet out on the ice, immediately cracks right through the thing, sinking to the fucking bottom, dying, and nobody saves her because she brought it on herself. And that's just kind of how the way things, work out there. They just, in the Midwest, they pray for you. That's definitely unique. Everything that the Midwest thinks is unique about them. It's like the way, whatever. Anyways, back, where were we? Lake Wobegon. And, so this bitch is dying. And the moral of the story is now she's fucked up this whole gender thing by, making it this big fat bitch moment when you put any other normal woman out on the ice and they could have done it. Never mind the fact that walking out to the middle of the lake has nothing to do with talent. It has nothing to do with ability. They choose something that requires... Oh, good. Are you back? All right, I started the show already. Yeah, I've already started the show. Well, yeah, we're just trying to do it, I want to see what it would be like. I'd do 10 minutes up top. I've done 16 minutes so far. I started at 4:30. Sorry. I'm doing Garrison Keillor. It's on? Yeah, it's on. I'm doing Garrison Keillor.
Are you doing what, Lake Wobegon?
Lake Wobegon. Well, the whole premise is that I don't think that Garrison Keillor prepares at all. I think his little notebook is empty, and he just goes up and wings it.
And he tells stories about Minnesota.
So I had 2 stories about Minnesota. The first one is about a sheriff It's like a big storm, and he goes out looking for the criminal in town.
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about?
I don't know. I like genuinely speaking. It feels as if I've pooped my pants once again.
But you've done that, and you still did the show.
He doesn't know that.
But you still did the show. In fact, it was a great episode.
It wasn't a great episode. You were quite rude about it. You used to hit record once I pooped my pants.
It was already recording, I think.
No, you hit record.
Maybe.
You hit record.
But we were already sitting there. We were ready to go.
You hit record.
Yeah. Well, you gotta come on.
So
we're gonna
it
not
feels.
record?
You remember I called you afterwards,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll be vulnerable in front of my father. And I cried.
Yeah, but I thought it was insincere.
How are you the arbiter of sincerity?
I don't know, but it really genuinely.
What do you?
I thought
legitimately. How are you the arbiter of sincerity?
My thought was that you were ecstatic that you had shit yourself on the show, and that you were feigning this.
Satanic.
No, that you were feigning this. No, because it's like this is the funniest thing I've ever done.
Are you for real?
It's such a harmless in this day and age.
I went home
in
and
this day and age.
I went home and I said to Maya, I said, "What woman would ever want to marry me?" I pooped my pants on the internet.
Of all of the types of public humiliation people can experience, all of them, shitting yourself publicly is the most probably involves the most integrity. I guess I would say that. There's no impact on everything. Look, the way people are humiliated now.
Spin?
You old racist tweets. You get Me Too'd. You're actually a landlord.
They thought of people reveling in the humiliation of me.
No,
was hurled me into an existential crisis, legitimately.
Really?
And I've humiliated myself plenty of times.
That's why I thought you.
Currently, I feel the same way.
I feel like you lean into these things.
No, I don't. That's your stunted understanding of human fucking behavior.
Okay. All right, then make it about
What do you
me.
mean?
But then, see, I tell you, look.
What do you mean lean in?
It's a harmless thing. It's like a harmless thing to accidentally shit a pair of white linen pants, which is very funny. It's a very funny thing, and it's also
he didn't know about
nobody.
this.
There's nobody in the world that would be like.
He didn't know about this.
There's nobody in the world that say I thought Adam Friedland was a good person until I found out he shit his white linen pants.
That is not
Nobody
the point.
would react.
That is not the point. It is not. It is not. No, it's not.
Nobody like. Oh, it turns out he's actually a bad guy. Nobody.
No, it is not a. It was not a moral.
In fact, it's the opposite. They go, "Oh, this guy's just like everybody else."
No, there is a pleasure.
This guy.
There is a pleasure that people were extracting from that, which made me feel genuinely.
If you hadn't shit your pants, the talk show would not have the success that it has. Who are people? Imagine the movie Rudy. Right, and the character Rudy is a guy that's 6'4", 325 pounds.
Yes, I understand.
You know, like
there's a narrative now.
Oh, he really wants to be on the Notre Dame football team, and he's good at football, and now he's on the team.
You could never.
End of the movie.
You could never walk a mile in my shoes.
I'm not saying I could. We play different roles.
That man over there made me strong.
Yeah,
he did.
Okay, good.
Made you what?
Strong.
But Adam, this experience helps you with your brain. Makes you unique.
That's what he was saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Imagine being announced.
Why are you taking
here tonight? Being continent comedian.
Guy who shit.
Why are you taking his side? Why are you taking his side?
Because I'm right. Because guy who shit his pants is the only type of wholesome comeback story that is possible. Yeah, it makes you human. It's the only possible comeback story in the year 2023.
I'll ask you this: as my father, as a man that moved to this country to start a family.
That was
Hearing that I shit my pants and was pointed and laughed at by thousands of people. What is your gut?
Not just any pants, but a pair of white linen pants. Gossamer white linen pants.
That I was bragging about getting.
wasn't the first time you did it. Don't you remember what happened at Century City?
Yeah. I've known
I
this
don't
guy.
remember. I
I've
was
known
an
this guy
infant.
10 years, and he's.
You pooped yourself and you pooped my white pants.
I was
Yeah.
a baby, and I don't remember.
Why was he
He's-
wearing your pants as a baby?
No, because I pooped on his pants when I was a
okay.
baby, and he still brings it up.
I was going to say, maybe you are a nonce after all.
You guys are getting
Maybe that's
along
why people
famously.
are calling
You
you
guys
a
are getting
fucking
along
nonce.
famously. You
'Cause you're
guys are
putting your
getting along
pants-
famously.
You're walking around like Donald
It's
Duck,
great
waiting for
to
your son
see.
to
It's
shit
great.
your pants.
It looked like that I pooped my pants. Nobody knew that I had a kid sitting on me. I had to suffer the indignity.
Wait a minute, he was sitting on your ass?
No, I was
He
sitting
was
on his
sitting-
lap because he was my father and I was a baby. And I shit
But how
on
would
his
it look
pants
like,
and he's been
how
telling
would
me
it
about...
look like you shit your
No,
pants?
you're
if it
doing
was-
this.
I was wearing white pants.
Oh, okay.
It's a cute story for a
So
baby.
he shit all the way through the top of your pants to the back of them?
Well, the front got, you know.
The front, but nobody's like, oh, that guy shit his penis. Nobody would think that.
Well, it went down.
Oh, that poor man has reverse genitalitis.
Like a waterfall. And it flowed down. And it covered. And
Just-
it was ended in a pool.
Just walking up backwards to the fucking urinal, standing at the urinal taking a piss. Hey, whew, I'm dizzy.
And then of course you've got terrible wet pants and you have to drive in the car. You have to sit on the driver's
Did
seat
you
of your car.
did you take your pants off?
But then my underpants were messed as well. You know, it's like the whole catastrophe.
Was that from me or from you?
From you.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
he shit in my car on the way back from Richmond. He shit his pants in my car. And then again, when we moved here, you shit your pants on the train.
you were not there.
I know, but but this is what
I
I
have
mean.
digestive
He
issues.
shit his pants on the train, and then he was going on stage telling everyone about it all the
No,
time.
I wasn't actually.
Yes, you were.
No,
he used
he
to open with a
sufficiently
bit about shitting
humiliated
his
me
pants on
about-
stage. So why would I think that when you have already branded yourself as the guy that shits himself, that quite possibly your best bit on the show for the sake of the show with special pants that you made a point of pointing out beforehand? He showed up and he's like, "Everybody, look at my pants." He brought it up.
Not,
Before it happened, he was like, Maya
didn't
got me these
brand
pants.
myself- I didn't-
These are special pants that she got me.
I didn't brand
10 minutes
myself
later, he
as
shits
that.
himself, and I'm supposed to believe that this is like not, contrivance? Incontinent contrivance?
That wasn't my thing, Dad.
Incontrivance.
It wasn't my thing. You get what?
I get it.
You get what?
You're very expressive.
Yeah, you're anal expressive.
Dude, I love that Jay Leno out of nowhere. It's just like, yeah, I'm sorry, I said all that stuff about the dog eaters.
It's so funny.
Did he have dog eating jokes?
Yeah, it was all just stuff about
People now want to kill Jay Leno.
People are so fucking
Why?
dumb.
because it's genocide. His jokes were
Oh
genocide.
yeah, that's true.
His joke.
It's his jokes that's the problem, not like just fucking having
It's Jay
a
Leno.
million cars.
I don't understand what so Korean people do eat dogs.
I believe
Chinese
so.
people.
Rita Wilson.
Rita
But
Wilson.
so what
That
are
doesn't
you
sound very Greek.
because
to me.
I'm not clear. You're not supposed to say that.
There was a dog meat festival, I think,
She
that in
produced-
China that was recently canceled.
But it's like I don't
I know
I don't understand because it's like I get it where you'd be like, oh, black people are always late. It's like that's an untrue stereotype.
If you say that
And-
Chinese people are always eating
Okay,
dog,
her
No,
mother.
that's not what people
that's
say.
an untrue
People
stereotype.
will like French people eat frogs
And horses.
and horses.
yeah.
And is it people like, well, do you make fun of French people for that? Yes, if the opportunity comes up.
Yes, absolutely.
Let me just say this real quick.
And white women fuck dogs.
That's a fact.
I did see a couple videos in middle school of white women fucking dogs.
They love fucking dogs.
They're constantly fucking dogs.
They love it. There's nothing a white woman loves more than having a dog fuck a pussy. I've seen it myself.
Okay, so Rita Wilson.
And I can't say it for sure, but Dr. Biden, what's the girl version of that? Doctress?
Yeah.
Doctress Biden?
Nurse.
She fucks those dogs. I don't know. I heard it. I don't know if it's... I don't want to say I can confirm it, but I'm pretty sure. I was thinking about like a woman like making a dog, like an old woman making a dog eat her pussy, but she's doing like the old lady grandma thing when they have like a Bichon Frise or whatever that they make kiss their face. So it's a lady making like a German Shepherd eat her pussy, and she's like doing the like, oh, give us kisses, give us, oh, thank you, give us kisses, oh, I love you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a good mental image, I guess. But yeah, we're allowed to talk about that stuff. You can go on Rachel Maddow and talk about that all day long.
Oh, for sure.
I don't have a problem. But you just say like, so what kind of sauces are they using on the dogs in Korea?
Right.
Then everyone clams up.
That's a really good point.
Thank you.
That's a really good point.
Thank you.
And I just want to know, because here's the thing. What if the whole fucking like don't talk about it is some bull? Because the rest of Korean cuisine is probably the best food.
We're
there
on the
is.
record as saying
My
that.
favorite food there is.
Honestly, hands down the best.
And I will
cuisine.
say this: if
If
I
the-
go to a Korean barbecue restaurant,
If that dog
and
is
there's
good,
dog on
and
the
they're
menu,
fucking using fake racism to
I'm
prevent
eating it.
us from having.
that's the most important thing we need to figure out.
Yeah. What if eating dog is like their N word, where it's like the most fun word to
It's
say?
delicious.
And they're like, oh, you can't say it because it's racist. Only we can say it.
Yeah, yeah.
And if
Well, you
this
know
turns
what?
into some only we can eat dog thing, I'm not. Then I get the N word. Either
No,
I get to eat the
I
dog.
don't think that's how
or
it goes.
one or the other, pal.
That's a step too
I will
far.
One or
say-
the other.
If dog is delicious, I think it's fair that they get it. I think
This is
fair.
how they're going to do it to us. They're going to bring dog eating over here once all the jokes are done, and it's called the N word. So when you go to a restaurant, white people can't order it. You're like, can I point? And they're like, no, you have to say the menu
You have to
items
say
out
it.
loud.
I wanted to do like
If you can, this is a non-pointing
I'll
establishment.
have the number 32. They're like, nice try.
No, there's no number on
Say
it.
it.
I wanted to do a joke about how I was sorry because of Asian hate about othering Chinese by Jews having Chinese food on Christmas, and some dude that was already done
Oh yeah, which
Yeah.
is so fucking
about
awesome.
orientalizing the others.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with the fact that every other restaurant was closed. It has nothing to do with reality. You fucking
because
idiot.
everyone else is
It's a
celebrating
bunch of
Christmas.
Jews in the fucking 50s were like, you know what? We're gonna other these.
We're gonna
fucking
orientalize
Chinese
them.
motherfuckers.
Jesus Christ.
God damn. People are so fucking stupid. Now,
Yeah.
to my point, Rita Wilson, her mother was anyway, man.
But you can't. The dog eating thing. You
Okay,
really
we
can't.
back. We back to
That's
dog
different. That is a different thing.
eating? Okay.
I'm gonna look this up. What cultures eat dog?
What about Disney's like, to combat Asian hate, we're having an Asian actress play Cruella de Vil in the remake. And this time she's not making a coat.
Oh,
I'm on the.
How did that take so long?
I don't know.
That's
Yeah.
good. I'm
'Cause
on
they
the
are making-
Wikipedia page for dog
Are
meat.
you having puppies? It's me, Cruella de Vil. I've been
I
driven
said it.
insane by
I said it.
saying my own
All right.
name.
By the way, I
Let's
said
say-
it perfectly.
let's be
that's,
fair.
That's Disney.
Let's
the
be
joke-
fair.
The joke
Yeah,
is that she's gone mad at the sight of her own name.
Yep. But she said it perfect.
Let's be fair.
Well, she had to figure it out.
Dog
it
meat.
requires
Go ahead, Adam.
excessive energy stores of dog meat
Go ahead,
to
Adam.
power her brain to.
Adam, please.
In the 21st century, that means after the year 2000,
Yeah.
dog meat is consumed in China, South Korea, Vietnam, Nigeria, and Switzerland.
Switzerland.
So let's give it
Interesting.
to those damn Swiss.
Yep.
All right?
The Swiss aren't a real people. This is what I mean with the completionist thing. It's some weird bullshit German-French hybrid.
So I think a little Italian, too.
Yeah.
The Swiss are more chocolate than human beings.
It's true.
Sounds
They're cuckoo
awesome to me.
clocks.
Sounds awesome to me. I'm trying to get suck on some chocolate-fed titties.
So Swiss people eat dog.
we are from the land of chocolate.
Yeah, dude, you're right. And I think, Nick, to answer your question, that's exactly why it's racist. You don't hear nothing about the Swiss eating fucking, bulldogs.
Well, I didn't know.
That's what I'm saying. And that's why we have to
Because their whole
stop.
thing is banking.
We have to shift it to the Swiss to even it out.
Maybe they got bad
And when
recipes.
it's even, Yeah, well, I can't. All I can think of for Swiss is dessert. What's their food even like? To be honest, I would rather eat Korean dog than Swiss dog, if I had my options.
Zurich is the city there.
What's a Swiss?
Yeah.
What's a?
Lucerne.
I don't want sweet dog.
Those are the only two Swiss
Geneva.
cities. Geneva.
They're saying as of the 21st century, dog meat consumption in China is declining or disappearing. In 2014, dog meat sales decreased by a third.
Well, what the hell are they eating? Protein powder?
I guess so.
No,
They're taking
they love
away,
chicken
dude.
feet. The motherfuckers love chicken feet.
Chicken feet suck.
I know they're weird. I
They're
don't like
good
them.
for making a broth or a stock.
Shut up, Adam.
They are because they have a lot. Because they have a lot of collagen in them.
Whatever, dude. They look so fucked
They're
up.
not.
I don't eat
There's
them.
there's no way to season them because I've been getting into like weird
Nah,
Chinese bullshit.
Listen, I've
Anytime I go to a Chinese restaurant now, I'm like, yeah, let me get the forbidden dog shit and the
you can eat dog shit. By the way, that's no problem.
ancient lady penis, ancient duck, uncircumcised penis cheese. Lucky number 6.
I have seen some chicken feet at a dim sum place that looked borderline tasty.
Yeah, but then you bite into them and it's like they're all it's bones with a very limited amount of like goo on the outside.
Yeah.
And then it's just I mean it's just not there's not enough there.
I don't like the shape. I love wings. It's just a foot. I can really tell. Like, here's the thing: when I can see a feather on a piece of chicken, fucks me up. So that's the thing with feet. I so like instantly see that they're a part of an animal. That's my biggest issue with them. It's that they reminds me I'm eating an animal. I like to just be in a fucking. I don't like to think about the moral implications of killing some fucking chicken. I like to just be chowing down on a fried piece of fucking meat that I can't identify as having belonged to anything.
Yeah.
And that's what fucks me up with feet.
Would you ever have like a pig's ears surgically grafted onto your head?
No, I would not do that. Has nothing to do. You said it like it was jumping off of the point we were making, and I was listening intently, and then you switched it over on me and asked me if I would look like a pig, if I would have a surgery to make myself look like a pig.
I don't.
And I don't
think
appreciate that. By the way,
I don't think that's what I did.
that's exactly what you did.
No.
You used the cadence as if it was a related point to what we were saying. I thought you were going to ask me if I would eat a weird piece of pig, and then while I'm looking at you like you're having a real conversation with me, I recognize what you did was ask me if I would rather ever have surgery to look like a pig.
Well, I didn't. I don't recall it being that way. But I hear your side, and I'll take it into consideration when constructing further lines of inquiry.
Of course I wouldn't. Although there's nothing wrong. A pig is a noble animal.
They got cool ears.
Pigs are smarter than dogs. Pigs know they're
I
alive.
fuck with pigs, and it breaks my heart every time I eat a piece of bacon.
We
but
should rather. I mean, dogs deserve to be food
way
more than pigs.
If a dog,
Imagine liking Gordy more than Babe. Imagine what kind of psycho you'd have to be.
who's
Which one was
Gordy?
Gordy?
Maybe it was Gordy. Yeah, it was Gordy.
The other pig?
The other pig movie.
I don't
damn.
remember that. The role.
No one can.
I
see
wonder
that.
if eating dog makes the pussy taste better too.
That's an interesting question.
It's true.
If we got
I
any,
don't. My guess
if we
would
got
be.
any Korean gals out there, that
My
wanna put
guess
that to
is
the
no.
test. But
My
dude,
guess is that. Well,
just with a
anybody could
clipboard,
test it.
that clipboard outside the mall. Excuse me, ma'am. I'm doing a test to see if eating dog makes the pussy taste better. Would you like to participate in a quick survey? No, I'm from a local middle school. I'm a 7th grader.
It's for the science fair.
It's for my science fair at my school.
I have a board.
It's just us dressed in like suspenders, trying to look like children.
Just wearing a T-shirt that says "Being in middle school rules." Just like a giant cum stain on my pants. I'm like, yeah, I'm learning how to ejaculate because I'm going through puberty for the first time as a middle school student. Anyway, it's about my survey.
Anyway.
My teacher's going to get really mad and probably sexually abuse me and the other students if you don't let me eat your pussy to find out if dog meat makes it taste sweet.
No, it's okay. We need a control too. If you haven't eaten dog,
If you haven't even as
you're the control group.
as long as you're some type of Asian, we're good. Because there's a supplementary test about the sideways thing.
I see.
Because we're learning about the scientific method, and sometimes you can test two
Things at once, two variables at once.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yep.
And then you have a control.
Sometimes, 'cause
Anyway.
according to literature, there's no reason why a sideways one should taste any different than a normal.
But it might.
No, in fact, I already did. That was last year.
It might.
That was the sixth
The way
grade
it
project.
sits it might affect the way it,
That's interesting, ma'am. We're gonna have to eat your pussy. we need you back in the
being
lab.
she's like on the phone with the police.
They're putting the handcuffs on me, and even more cum stains appear on my pants. I'm like, well, time to do another experiment. Do you have any more lady officers? Perhaps a Korean one? That we could do a test in the back of the squad car. But why don't you send the K9 unit over here?
Just fucking brutality. You're just getting fucking just bludgeoned in the back of the head. Just shut the fuck up, you weird motherfucker. Do you know how much this hurts us to have to do this to a white man?
Yeah.
Stop talking about eating our pussy. Fuck. I had a thought. Yeah. Cuomo probably had a drawing board. He's like,
Yeah.
look, this is me
Drawing himself
eating
hugging
your
a
pussy.
girl. Yeah.
I tried to draw, but I can't do it because I'm Italian, and none of us have any artistic skills. All we can do is rape. So I
Sweetheart, can you come in here? I'm trying to draw a picture of my penis.
But
I think
we
it'd
went
be
by
better
the
if you
science
traced
and we
it.
went by the data. And what the science said, that dog meat does not make the pussy taste sweeter. And now you want to get mad at me for conducting an experiment.
Andrew Cuomo finally taken down because of Asian hate.
And thanks for joining.
That guy we saw on my new block, like he had an iPad and a Bluetooth speaker.
He's like, you know the thing kids do where they have like in their like that small backpack. You know, remember how when we were in high school that small backpack thing became a hit because it was like, yeah, I don't have any books, so I'm not doing any work. Like no binder. I got one shoe in this like Foot Locker gym bag.
The thing with like the strings.
The strings.
It's just a bag with strings on it, like a satchel.
Yeah, that shit. So, but you know, they put like a fucking when there's a UBL like speaker like pills, like a Beats pill in there, and they'll like walk around listening to music. Teens do that.
Oh yeah,
This
make
was, like,
everyone else listen to your fucking music.
Yeah, an 82-year-old guy with a like fucking like stick ball baseball hat on, askew in that way that only old guys can wear it, where the hat's almost completely sideways on their fucking head, and he's listening to like Sinatra.
Just blasting
Sinatra out of some hidden speaker somewhere on his body.
Yeah, old Puerto Rican street guys are fucking great because they do like the same shit as their kids, but it's like old wackadoo music.
Well, this is he's friends with this guy, the Victor guy.
Victor's amazing. Yeah,
who's the superintendent of your building, I guess?
He just, I mean, when I met him, he introduced himself as the mayor of the block.
Which blocks don't have mayors?
They don't have mayors, and I'm like, I didn't vote, whatever.
Yeah.
But now I kind of respect his authority. As
well,
the
I
mayor
like
of
that
the
there's a
block.
king of the block, and then there's a feudal mayor.
I think
so
yeah,
he's not the king of the block. He chose a lower.
I think he considers it to be
like a parliamentary
democratic
governor.
position. Yeah.
I'm the Earl of this block.
I mean, I literally, you made that joke, the Andre Steakhouse, you got to give respect to get respect kind of thing.
Yeah.
I literally have heard him give that speech to 12 and 13-year-old boys on our block like 5 or 6 different times, just shouting at them about how to give respect and be respectful.
Meanwhile, his like backdrop is piles of stolen bicycles.
He has like 400 stolen bikes.
It's just filled with, like, it could not be any more obvious that this is a bicycle stealing operation.
Like no aim other than just mass collection.
And it doesn't seem like he's selling them. No one's coming by.
Yeah,
he was like cleaning up a motorcycle the other day. I'm assuming he also steals the motorcycles.
Yeah, and then
maybe you trade in the bicycles for the motorcycle, like a Chuck E. Cheese thing.
Maybe, yeah, that could be. Maybe you can get like 3 bikes for a motorcycle.
Yeah,
like
that'd be a good trade. I kind of want a motorcycle. But and then his wife is the one that sits in this immobile car that never moves, and smokes Stokes and watches Sons of Anarchy on her laptop.
Yeah, that Lexus that doesn't run.
Yeah, that white Lexus. Yeah, and then so he has like, you know, there are like 5 or 6 men that live on my block that are sort of his underlings. Respect Victor, respect his you know, his reign as mayor of the block. And last weekend at about 1 a.m. I see him on the street, like running, like drawing up like plays. He was like holding a football, and he was like, all right, now you run like a button hook down that way, and I want to see you run like a cross route like that way. He's like playing quarterback at 1 a.m. like 5 different out of shape middle-aged men on the street. It's so funny. It's just yeah, I love him, man. I mean I really do respect
Oh yeah, old
him.
New York Puerto Rican guys are fucking hilarious.
They just perpetually are like talking at bodega guys, or just hanging out of windows, just yelling at each other.
Yeah, and he's got that thing also when like you're like an older man, you can only like whisper, sort of like OJ's friend in that documentary, where he's just like, you gotta give respect. You know?
Yeah, well,
like Danny Glover. Yeah.
It's that weird New York thing where they have that leathery skin. Everything looks peeled back. Like being stretched
it's like a
to the fence.
maroon skin.
Yeah, they have like there's all this weird vascularity where you can't tell if they're jacked or not.
Strange,
They're just like pointy, sort of. You know.
Yeah.
Like it's from getting ready to punch people your entire life.
It's like from the hold me back pose.
Don't come at me, bro. You just hold that position for years, and eventually your body is just in a permanently flexed state.
You just turn yourself into one of those T-shirts of like a pit bull with like human arms.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he has a pit bull too, and
with human arms.
Yeah,
which he stole.
It's a little dog with
stolen
big ass arms.
It rides the bicycles around. That's how he tests it.
His pit is the same height as my pit, but about 100 pounds heavier. He like and it's not only fat. I mean, his pit is just like buff fat.
Yeah, it makes it work out and shit.
Yeah, he makes it
smushes it into the ground. You're doing push-ups now.
Yeah. He was like doing lighter tricks next to the dog's head and laughing.
Lighter tricks, like Zippo tricks.
I guess there's this other guy that lives on my block who's sort of like a redneck, like white dude.
So I love people that are like old and 14 at the same fucking time.
Yeah, that's what those guys are. They're like, you know, trying to impress people at the bus station kind of guy.
Exactly. Yeah, and this guy like had a lighter that he like sort of jerry-rigged to like do that thing where it like shoots out like a huge flame like for 1 second.
Yeah.
He was just like doing it at his dog, and his dog was barking. He's like, yeah, you see, Coco don't like that. Coco don't like it when I do
the thing is, you gotta understand the dog, it either likes things or it don't like shit. There's 2 modes that the dog can understand, and that's the kind of intelligence that the dog can appreciate. It's 2 different ways of doing things.
Yeah, they do that. They always do like rap hands, like while they're talking, to try to seem like wise, but they're just saying inane bullshit.
Well, it's because they're old. They get to a certain age where they're like, "Well, I guess I'm smart now. I guess I've like become smart years old."
Oh yeah. He's wise.
Dispense knowledge.
I told you this a long time ago. When I was in jail one time, and they'd make you go watch go talk to the judge. So you'd all get handcuffed together, and then fucking 10 guys have to sit there and plead with the judge or whatever. And like this one guy who was like a fucking moron the whole time we were in the cell was like, "Watch this" or whatever, and he does the rap hands things. Like, the judge is like, "So I see here you have like 3 children," and he's like, "They be infant minds." Like, he's doing this weird speech back at him, like winking at everyone. Like I fucking nailed it by, talking about my children as if they're like humans or something.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird.
No, I remember when I would just ride the bus around as a teenager. It was nothing but like older black dudes that would just be like, "Look here, now I'm gonna tell you something about pussy." You know, and then you would just like get a speech about women. And these like old men. I remember there's like this homeless. I'm pretty sure he was homeless. He definitely fucking like smoked crack or whatever. And like I would see him around all the time. And he was like, he asked me for $1 one time. I was like, "You got a cigarette or whatever?" Because I was 15, I couldn't buy my own cigarettes. And he was like, "Motherfucker, I got a whole pocket full of cigarettes." And he pulls out like just all these half-smoked cigarettes he found in the garbage. And then I'm like, "I don't want that." I'm like, "You can just have $1." And he's like, "What I will give you is some advice, you know." And he's like, "Now, do you know what pheromones are?" And I was like, "Yeah, they're like chemicals that are released by your body. He's like, no. What it is it smells that come out of your body, you know, that make women want to fuck you. And he's like, now you got to work out them pheromones. See all these motherfuckers out here wearing cologne and shit. And it's like, you just got to build up them pheromones and the women will be attracted to it. And he's like, just making a case for not bathing and fuck more. Yeah, that guy was great.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, I got a whole pocket full of cigarettes. How many times have you been arrested? Probably never, right? You're a model citizen.
Never. Yeah. No, I just follow the rules and you don't get arrested.
Yeah.
You
Haven't
idiots.
you been arrested like...
I lost count like 4 or 5 times. I stopped. You know how like
Didn't you get arrested just sitting on a porch once?
Yeah, I got arrested drinking a beer on my own fucking porch a couple years ago.
I remember that. There was that day when we were at the apartment. You were on like the porch talking about how they never do those warrant roundups, and then you got arrested like 7 hours later. I got a shit ton of warrants, and I never have to worry about it. It's like, yeah, Jake's in jail again.
Yeah, that must have been the first one because I remember just thinking like, well, you know, it's like I didn't drive a car, so I was like, well, when the fuck is a cop gonna just come up to me and just ask for my ID? And then they did that. They like blatantly just did the thing. I was like, that'll never happen.
Yeah,
but they also that was like, I don't think cops like started getting more violent. Like it's more that like, you know, the cell phone technology came out to where we could just fucking videotape them. But it did seem like they started getting crazier, you know, like 5-6 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, if I think back through my life, I remember like the idea of a police officer was like, you know, even when I was a kid, they fucking just in the attire, they would wear white shirts or you know, white, blue, or you know, whatever color shirt.
Yeah.
It was like a short sleeve shirt. You know, they look like a fucking electrician that happened to have like a gun on them and a badge.
Yeah.
You know, and the dumb like pointed crossing guard hat. And now it's like regular beat cops wear like tactical gear.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
after like
stormtroopers.
9/11, like a lot of them have their heads shaved. Like imagine the idea of like in fucking, you know, 1985, a cop with his head completely shaved bald. Like that didn't exist.
You know, I've noticed in New York, a lot of Asian cops.
Yeah.
In Chinatown.
What is
a lot
that?
of Asian cops, and they're all like, "Yo, Tony, where we going for lunch?
Yeah.
I'm fucking starving. I'm trying to get some fucking dumplings."
It
over
is
here."
really funny when you see that.
The Asian guys with
Yeah.
the fucking New York accent.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some of them that have they're like Chinese immigrants that are learning English from those guys. So they have like this weird hybrid, like, you know, like, yeah, it's been a long time since I had a nice slice of pizza. It's like, what the fuck?
Dude, there's a fucking gun
Weird
store.
swamp rat accent.
There's a gun store in
Yeah,
Chinatown.
yeah. I
It's
know
like,
that.
and it's on the edge
And
of
the
fucking
sign is
Little
a
Italy.
gun.
Yeah. But the guy in the middle of it, because it's right on the edge of Little Italy, is like this old fucking Asian guy with that Italian accent, and also like this weird Southern "get the fuck out of my store" gun thing going
I
on.
went in there looking for like empty shell casings or something. I forget what it was for. And he was like, "You need permit for everything. Get out of here.
Yeah. Forget about it.
Do you have permit? No reason being here. Hey, listen, wise guy. Maybe you talk me that way. Are you talk me? Are you talk me? Wise guy? Like I left the store 2 minutes ago. He's still going.
Just doing
Yeah. I walk here. I'll make him offer he no say no to.
So something funny you find, you laugh.
Yeah.
Funny you.
Yeah, funny how? Funny right crown? Right guy amuse you? Funny how? What a great accent. Okay, so I guess where are we at here? That's like got the their face.
Oh, that's why
like,
some people just fucking have that weird hunched over shit.
Yeah,
when they
yeah.
chow into it.
Whoa, cool.
Yeah, we got some facts on the show. So Corpus Christi, it seems like that's like got the worst of the storm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It means body of Christ. So
There you
it's a
go.
Proof that there's no God. White Devil Nation.
Have
is
you guys
being
ever
punished
been-
by nature?
Have you ever been to the coast in
I've
Texas?
been to Corpus. I did a show there with Lucas and Bryson, and we all had to share a Motel 6 room.
Uh-huh.
And I remember like just sleeping on the floor
and like getting completely drunk off like margaritas the night before, and having to like drive back like whatever 4 hours it is to Austin, hungover in the shitty car. I don't know how. Like, I think I would die if I tried to do that now.
To be a drunk again and drive?
Yeah, like just deal with those levels of hangover. I mean, you still fucking drink all the time.
Hell yeah.
And you're 30 now. Isn't it like painful?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just shitting blood.
Yeah, I was shitting blood for a while, but I mean, the thing is, Nick, it's worth it.
It is. My life hasn't gotten any better except, financially and career-wise since I sobered up.
Yeah.
I mean that seriously. I know that sounds like a sarcastic point, but I am miserable.
Yeah. No, drinking's fun, man.
There's nothing, I've said it before, but there is no better feeling in the world than when you first fall off the wagon. That first 30 minutes of being drunk again for the first time, you're like, holy shit. This is awesome. Like, I forgot that you could feel this good all the time.
Yeah. So I was staying in a while back. It was like, I was like, I'm not going to go out. It was like 2 a.m. and Eli Uden texted me and he goes, I'm at the Cobra Club, which is like right next to my apartment. Yeah. And I was like, I haven't even had like a drink like all night. Like, this is going to be dumb. I'm not even going to get a buzz on. And so I went to he's like, nah, come on, I'll buy you a drink or whatever. And I go to the bar and he fucking made the bartender make a thing called a ketchup, which was like just a pint glass.
Ketchup and vodka.
It's kind of like ketchup, but it was just like a pint glass of like Bacardi 151. I drank it at like 3 a.m. I had the worst hangover I had in my fucking life. Like, beyond like hours of drinking and shit.
Yeah.
It was insane. But that's kind of fun too, because like you never know what it's gonna feel like in the morning. It's like a fun, random spin of the wheel.
When Joe Stats was making all those like, he was making his own pickle juice in the microwave so that he could like do pickleback shots or whatever.
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
And we had one night where I was already like trashed. I was already really drunk, but it like nullifies the taste of whiskey. And
picklebacks.
The two of us drank like a fifth of whiskey, the entire thing in like 10 minutes. Just those pickleback shots, and blacked out. Immediately, fucking blacked out. I woke up in my apartment the next day, like on the coffee table, and fucking it was like noon. Or like maybe almost like 1 p.m. And I woke up and like, when you're still kind of drunk in the morning, this was like, oh, I am still trash. I'm still like completely drunk out of my mind.
I've gotten that
after like
before.
Sleeping for like 9 hours. Where it's like, I don't even feel hungover because I'm still so drunk.
You got to just keep drinking at that point.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
For 4 years. Corpus Christi.
What's the...
Commercial aviation was still relatively young when the Second World War ended, but it developed quickly owing to the development of aircraft technologies and construction of airfields during the war. It was so new, in fact, that when, in 1948, the first attempt was made to hijack a commercial airliner in flight, the term hijack hadn't even yet been coined. Instead, they called these criminals air pirates. Today, the two densely populated harbor cities of Hong Kong and Macau were both administrative districts of the People's Republic of China. Just 40 miles, around 66 kilometers apart, travel between the two is done either by ferry or by the Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau Bridge, completed in 2018. The situation was different in 1948. Hong Kong at the time was a crown colony of Britain, and Macau was a province of Portugal. Travel between the two was conducted by boat or ferry. There was no regular air service between the two prior to 1948. But an international convention would lead Cathay Airlines to open a service. Cathay Pacific Airlines had been started in 1946 by Australian pilot Sydney Sid DeCansau and American pilot Roy Farrell. Both had been military pilots flying the difficult route between India and China over the Himalayas called the Hump. The airline initially operated Douglas DC-3 aircraft. The DC, short for Douglas Commercial 3, had been in operation since 1936 and had revolutionized commercial air travel. Huge numbers were built and used during the Second World War under various designations, including the C-47 Sky Train, of which more than 10,000 were built. Cathay Pacific's first aircraft, called Betsy, was converted from a C-47. Cathay Pacific flew routes between Hong Kong, Sydney, Manila, Singapore, Shanghai, Saigon, and Bangkok. But Cathay Pacific did not initially serve Macau. The 1944 Bretton Woods Agreement would change that. The agreement between 44 nations has been described as the first fully negotiated monetary order intended to govern monetary relations among independent states. The goal had been to rebuild the international economic system after the war, although it was negotiated while the war was still being fought. Central to the agreement was that parties would guarantee that their currency would be convertible into U.S. dollars, which themselves would be convertible into gold bullion. As a consequence, signatories agreed to ban the free trade of gold. As the UK was a signator, that meant that the free trade in gold would have to end in Hong Kong by 1958. In his 1990 book Beyond Lion Rock, The Story of Cathay Pacific Airways, travel journalist Gavin Young explained that Roy Farrell saw opportunity. Portugal was not a party to the Bretton Woods Accords and thus not subject to its limitations. He reasoned that wealthy people would have reason to take gold into Macau and that his airline could make quite good money facilitating that. It was a short jump from Hong Kong, where the airline already operated, to Macau, and Young writes that Sid, also enthusiastic about the idea, opined, "The shortest hauls pay best." Thus the two created a charter company, the Macau Air Transport Company, or MATCO, and obtained a license in Macau to import gold. But there was a problem, Young explains. Macau, a mole on China's cheek so tiny as to make Hong Kong look like a great Wen, had no airstrip. There was no place for Cathay Pacific's DC-3s to set down. An initial idea, just to throw bags of gold out over the Macau racetrack, proved impractical, as Young writes. The heavy barrels of gold disappeared into several feet of Macau mud. The next plan was to have the racetrack cleared to land aircraft. While permission was easily obtained via political connections, the problem was the height and proximity of the seawall. In the inaugural flight, piloted by Pinky Wan and Sid, with, Young writes, all the slapstick dignity and meticulous execution of the Marx Brothers in Animal Crackers, the landing struts clipped the seawall, forcing Pinky to belly land with no landing gear. Finally, they came to a new plan. Sid was familiar with a local service in Manila called Amphibian Airways that used flying boats to bring fresh fish to Manila from the provinces. Sid went to Manila and acquired 2 of their planes. These planes were Canadian Vickers Amphibians, a Canadian-built version of the consolidated Catalina PBY. The 63-foot-long, 104-foot wingspan planes could land on both land and water. Owned by Cathay Pacific and chartered by MATCO, Young notes, these graceful snub-nosed amphibians with the 2 large overhead engines carried passengers and gold from Hong Kong to Macau. Gold that had been shipped from South Africa, the United States, Great Britain, France, and elsewhere to Hong Kong by the giants Pan American, World Airways, BOAC, Air France, and KLM, who were all prevented from flying to Macau by lack of airfields. The airline flew 2 trips a day between Hong Kong Airport and the Macau Seadrome. These were short trips, only 20 minutes each way, and as such they were called cigarette flights. That was not just that you could, of course, then smoke on flights, but because the trip was so short, it took about the same time that it takes to smoke a cigarette. Given the nature of the trade, the outbound flight to Macau often carried large amounts of gold, and wealthy people frequented the flights. One of the 2 planes was named Miss Macau. It used the spelling M-A-C-A-O rather than the standard M-A-C-A-U spelling used today. Purchased in the Philippines, the plane was converted for passenger service, configured to carry 24 passengers, between October and November of 1947, and began charter service between Hong Kong and Macau in April of 1948. On July 16, 1948, the morning flights had been flown without problem, and the evening flight took off from Hong Kong at around 5:30 p.m. local time. The pilot was Dale Kramer, an experienced American pilot who had flown Catalinas with the U.S. Navy's Patrol Squadron 45 during the war. Also qualified to fly the DC-3, he had left the Navy in early 1947 and had been employed by Cathay Air since August of that year. The co-pilot was an Australian, K.S. McDuff. An official report says that the departure from Hong Kong Airport was recorded by Aerodrome Control. The plane was flying its normal route at about 1,000 feet in good weather conditions. It was observed by the duty controller for 5 minutes and then passed out of sight. The flight time to Macau was assumed to be around 30 minutes, followed by a brief turnaround before returning to Hong Kong. Hong Kong received no signal regarding landing or takeoff in Macau, but that was not considered to be unusual. However, by 7:30, when the plane had not returned to Hong Kong, it was assumed to be overdue. Hong Kong broadcast calls on the international distress frequency with no response. Unable to make radio contact with Macau to confirm whether the plane had taken off, the Hong Kong Aerodrome contacted the Hong Kong Water Police and Chinese Maritime Customs to have their patrol vessels look out for the aircraft. While the two were having trouble making radio contact, which was a common issue, Young writes these were the days when communications were primitive even across short distances. At Macau, the plane had landed and taken off on schedule with 23 passengers, Kramer and McDuff, Flight hostess D. DaCosta, and Mr. R. Frost, the airline's Hong Kong traffic manager. Young writes that Frost, at the last moment, had asked if he might come along for the ride. To kill time, actually, while his wife was having her hair done. Everything seemed normal until 9:30 that evening, when the Macau Seadrome operator was notified by Macau police that a fishing boat had rescued a survivor and brought them to Macau. Macau was not able to make radio contact with Hong Kong until the following morning, when they confirmed the loss of the aircraft. Young says of the survivor that he was a half-drowned Chinese, still breathing but incapable of speech. Police swiftly identified him in hospital as one Wang Yu, a 24-year-old rice farmer from Nam Mun. For the moment, he could tell them nothing. The fisherman who had rescued the survivor, it turns out, had witnessed the crash, saying that the plane had flown over his boat before making a sharp turn to the left, and then a sharp turn to the right, and crashing directly into the sea, followed by an explosion. A second witness in a boat approximately 8 miles away gave a similar report, except that he didn't recall hearing an explosion. Neither could give an exact time of the crash, but it appeared to be shortly after Miss Macau had flown out of the sight of the Macau controller. On the 18th, the fisherman was able to take authorities to the approximate location of the crash, where fishing junks with drags were able to locate the wreckage. On the 19th, the Australian newspaper, the Kalgoorlie Daily Miner, reported that McDuff and Frost, both Australians, appeared to have been lost, and that a search for other survivors has so far proven fruitless. They noted that one body, that of Mr. G. H. Stewart, an assistant district manager for the Texas Oil Company, had been recovered. The recovery operation found, the official accident report said, that it was obvious from the commencement of the operation that the aircraft had struck the water with very high speed. While the plane was completely collapsed the whole length, there was no sign of fire or explosion. The report notes examination of the aircraft controls and instruments showed the engine throttles were in normal cruising position, and the mixture controls in the engineer's compartment were in the fully rich position. All switches were in normal positions, indicating that the aircraft had been cruising normally. While more bodies were found, oddly one particular feature was that the body of the first officer was comparatively uninjured, which indicates that he could not have been in the co-pilot seat at the time of the impact, as the pilot's compartment was completely smashed. Still, Young writes, that did nothing to explain why Miss Macau dropped out of the sky. There was no sign of fire or explosion. Everything looked as if the plane had been flying normally. What on earth had happened? But the wreckage started to tell a story. Once the main compartment was raised, a number of bullets and shell casings from .38 caliber and .45 caliber ammunition were discovered. The plane appeared to have suffered an armed attack. To be precise, Young writes, Miss Macau was the victim of the first act of piracy for gain in the history of aviation. The China Mail, an English-language newspaper in Hong Kong, described the event as unparalleled in the history of aviation. Suspicion immediately fell upon the lone survivor. Young writes that the Macau detective force went to imaginative lengths to get a confession. Knowing that Wang Yu would be unlikely to confess, they instead had detectives disguised as patients placed in the neighboring beds. Over time, Wu told them the story. The Associated Press reported, bungling, trigger-happy Chinese pirates were blamed today for the July 16th crash of a huge flying boat, which cost 25 lives, including those of 7 Americans. Wang Yu said 2 friends, Chu Tok, a former Catalina flyer from Manila, and Chu Yat Yang, visited him and asked if he was interested in some work. I was in such a bad financial condition, I accepted. Eventually, another conspirator, a relative of Chu Tok and Chu Yat, named Chu Chung, was brought in as well. Time magazine wrote in their August 9, 1948 edition, in a Macau tea house, Wang Yu and a few of his friends decided to sell their rice paddies and take up piracy. From selling property, they obtained $3,000, which they used, the AP writes, to obtain pistols and westernized clothing. The AP continues that the pirates were gambling that robbery and ransom of the passengers would be profitable. They apparently had no knowledge that 4 Chinese millionaires were aboard the flight that they had selected, and that one had a huge sum of money on his person, estimated by his widow to be as much as $125,000. Time writes, the Catalina skimmed above the calm waters and set its course for Hong Kong. Below, off 9 islands, a scattered fleet of fishing junks spread their lug sails against the sky. Chu Tok moved forward, ordered senior pilot Kramer to surrender control. But the plan quickly went wrong. The AP reports one of the white passengers tried to interfere, and co-pilot K.S. McDuff struck at Chu Tok with the plane's metal flagstaff. All 3 of the Chus opened fire. Several bullets struck Kramer in the back. He slumped over the controls. The flying boat began a curving dive towards the sea with its cargo of screaming, panic-mad passengers. The plane fell from an altitude of 500 feet, carrying to their deaths all except Wang, who leaped from a window and was later picked up by a junk. Wang Wu's fate was frankly bizarre, Time reported. Since the Catalina flew the British flag, Wang Yu would be tried in Hong Kong. Since piracy laws don't yet cover air piracy, he will probably be charged with simple murder. But, Young writes, the legal aftermath was something of a farce. The self-confessed pirate was never tried for murder or piracy, since the British considered his evidence inadmissible in a Hong Kong court, and the Portuguese authorities took the position that they had no jurisdiction over piratical acts on a British plane. After 2 years of legal wrangling, in 1951, Wang was simply let go, without having been tried. Now, you can choose to believe or not believe in something called karma, but Roy Farrell later found out from a Chinese friend that Wang, who never faced trial for his crimes, was actually released from prison on the night of a fairly powerful typhoon. Apparently, he was struck by flying debris and killed not 2 blocks from the prison gate. The first instance of air piracy, the thing that would be called hijacking, would be reason enough to remember the story of the Miss Macau, but it had a larger impact on commercial aviation that still impacts us today. Prior to this act, there was very little security required to get on an airplane, but owing to this act of air piracy, the Hong Kong airport started subjecting travelers to a technology that had developed during the Second World War: metal detecting. The long and still continuing struggle between authorities who are looking for ways to prevent hijackers from getting on board airplanes and the criminals trying to innovate ways around those procedures had begun. I hope you enjoyed watching this episode of The History Guy, and if you did, please feel free to like and subscribe and share The History Guy with your friends. And if you also believe that history deserves to be remembered, then you can support The History Guy as a member on YouTube, a supporter on our community and locals, or as a patron on Patreon. You can also check out our great merchandise shop and book a special message from The History Guy on Cameo.